Sometimes a house isn't just a house. It breathes, it watches, and it keeps secrets that were never meant to be found. Maple Creek was a peaceful little town until the truth about house number 47 changed everything. The house everyone thought was empty. The house everyone believed belonged to one lonely elderly woman. They were wrong. For months, people heard whispering at night, lights turning on when no one was home, shadows moving behind curtains that hadn't been touched in years. Most ignored it, but one man, he couldn't.
Thomas Becker, who lived across the street, first noticed something was wrong. One night, while taking out the trash, he heard it. A voice, soft, muffled, coming from inside house number 47. But Eleanor, the owner, had told him hours earlier she would be staying with her daughter. So who was inside the house? The next morning, the electricity bill for house number 47 was accidentally delivered to his mailbox. When he opened it, his hands went cold. Electricity usage 10 times normal. Water usage 6 times normal. Impossible for an old woman living alone.
Rumors spread fast, and one neighbor, Lydia Moore, decided to check on Eleanor herself. When Eleanor opened the door, a wave of stale, cold air drifted out. She looked exhausted, her hands trembling. Lydia asked gently, "Eleanor, are you truly living alone?" Eleanor froze, her eyes empty, her face stiff. Then she whispered, "I am completely alone." At that exact moment, something fell inside the house, a cup hitting the floor. Eleanor quickly added, "Thus just the cat." But everyone knew Eleanor Hartmann had never owned a cat.
After that day, the neighbors watched house number 47 closely. The back room's light stayed on all night. A flashlight beamed drifted across the upstairs window at 2 in the morning. Shadows moved behind the curtains, and once something heavy was dragged across the floor. Fear spread across Hawthorne Lane. Then, suddenly, Eleanor disappeared. One morning, Eleanor was simply gone. Her car sat in the driveway. The front door was locked. No note, no message, nothing. 3 days passed. Not a single person had seen her. That's when Detective Ross Carter arrived. The moment he stepped inside the house, he felt something wrong. A stillness, a coldness, as if the house itself was holding its breath. The living room was cluttered. Blankets on the floor, plates in the sink, furniture slightly moved. But what didn't belong shocked him. Men's clothing folded, clean, large boots by the door, 2 mugs on the table, 2 plates. Someone else had been living here. Carter moved toward the back room. Inside, he found a second bed, a pillow still indented, a blanket still warm, and scratched into the wallpaper above it, 83 telemarks, each for a day someone had been hiding in that house. Police dug into Eleanor's past and discovered something Maple Creek had never known. Eleanor once had a son, Michael Hartmann, a boy with severe psychological issues, a boy who had escaped from a psychiatric facility 20 years ago, a boy who was never found. In a drawer, they found a faded photograph of him. Tall, dark hair, blank, unsettling eyes. And suddenly, everything made sense. The silhouette behind the curtains, the shadows at night, the sounds, the bed, the bills. Michael had come home.
2 days later, Eleanor was found sitting alone at an abandoned bus station. Still, quiet, empty. Detective Carter sat beside her. "Eleanor, do you live alone?" She stared at the floor, then whispered, "I've lived alone for years, but he never left me." Ooh, her voice dropped to a tremble. "Michael, he still thinks this is his home." Police searched the house again. Every room, every corner. The attic, the basement, the shed, the woods behind the house. But they found nothing. No footprints, no clothes, no belongings. It was as if Michael had disappeared into thin air. But the signs remained. The bed, the clothes, the telemarks, the shadows neighbors swore they'd seen.
To this day, house number 47 remains untouched, empty, silent, avoided by everyone. But at night, the backroom light still turns on by itself. A silhouette moves behind the curtain, and people swear they still hear whispering coming from the walls. No one in Maple Creek goes near it anymore, because they all know the truth. The house was never empty. Not then, not now, not ever.
But the real horror began after the investigation ended, because house number 47 didn't fall silent. It started calling. Lights flickered at dawn, a shadow moved where there was no one, and neighbors swear they heard a voice whispering a single word, "Mom." Whatever lived in that house never left. It's still there, waiting.